If we're all ready, I will call the meeting to order here on Tuesday, March 11th, 2025 at 7:03, and we are live on Zoom. The meeting is also being recorded and it will be uploaded to YouTube. Can I have a roll call of commissioners, please? Nathan
Jessica
Madela,
Fanioli, clerk.
Nathan Madela, vice chair, present. I was not presented with any additions, deletions. I don't have any additions or deletions. Moving on to 1.5, approve meeting minutes of February 10th, 2025 and February 24th, 2025.
I move that we approve the minutes of February 10th, 2025 and February 24th, 2025.
So I will second that, but I do have something to add, which may call for an amended motion.
Sure.
2.1 on February 10th, we tabled that appointment. It's not
Yes.
on our agenda today. I did talk to Mr. Flynn. He was unable to join and he did not have the Zoom link.
Okay.
So I did message him earlier today, or I left him a message earlier today. Didn't know if he would be present. I forwarded him the Zoom link. And as it was tabled, though it's not on as my understanding is, if it's something is tabled, I don't know if it needs to be on the agenda, but perhaps it should have been.
Right.
And I don't know if he joins, if it would be allowable for us to take that item off the table. So if anybody advises on that, we can handle that appropriately. But in the interim,
skip two largest, one for one for John.
I have no other issues with the minutes on the 20. We have some background noise coming through, by the way. The 13th, I'm reading the minutes, my agenda, the 10th or the 24th. So other than that, not showing that it was tabled, do we want to amend that motion?
Sure. I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, I move that we accept the meeting minutes of. Well, we have a motion on the table. We have a motion on the table. I'm sorry. I don't want to be out of turn here. Do you want to amend it? It's your motion.
Vote to approve the meeting minutes as amended by you.
Second. Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor by roll call. Nathan
Jessica
Madela.
Fanioli, aye.
Nathan Madela, aye. Motion passes unanimously in the affirmative. So we do not have any appointments as of right now that I'm seeing. Nobody's present. Review correspondence. I'm skipping over things here. 1.6, review correspondence. Do we have any correspondence? I didn't see any in the packet.
I do not believe so. Dave?
Nope, nothing.
Okay, no public comments. Is there anybody in the meeting that I am not seeing? I can't see TCAM, so that's why I'm asking.
We've got our picture turned off unless we're talking. You might see the gazebo right now.
I see nothing, which is
Okay.
interesting.
Well,
Maybe I should go to full screen. No, I still don't see you. All right.
I see the
Well,
bandstand.
either way. Now I can't see my agenda. Ah, there we go. Okay. Moving on to section 3, discuss opening ceremony. What do we have for new info, news, updates?
Right now, we have for the 11 o'clock opening ceremony, we have 32 confirmed. Expect 60 to 70 for the opening day. For the public, all the schedule will be going out on the bills on April 1st, and it'll be posted at the various sites. And for the town meeting on the 6th, there'll be a flyer in every town report, so everyone who's at the meeting will get one.
Okay, so the proposed opening ceremony date I have in as Tuesday, May 20th, 2025, just for a
Right.
point of information.
Exactly 2 weeks after the town meeting. That'll give us time to adjust if we have to.
Okie dokie. Any further discussion? Section 3? Hearing none. Moving on to Section 4, Commissioners' Updates and Reports. I will report that I reached out to Mr. Flynn, and I will dedicate myself to making sure that he can get connected for when he wants to be here. Like I said, I did reach out after the meeting, and I reached out today, but I have not heard anything back. So we will be vigilant for that. Make sure his issue is taken care of. Anything to report, Jess?
I have nothing.
Okay. Were we expecting Lori to be present?
I think they had a selectmen's meeting tonight, so she might
Okay.
not be here.
We will skip over for now Section 5 in case she joins late. Dave, take it away. Section 6, Superintendent Updates and Reports.
So right now we're on the punch list, and the Witches 2 is now processed through the treatment plant. As of 3 weeks ago, Witches 1 will be by the end of the month. Security systems at Witches and the new doors will be completed in April, and the entire punch list will be done before the town meeting on 6th May. So we can tell everyone it is completed. So I gave him a hard deadline to get the punch list done.
Cool beans.
I put a flyer in from the Neshoba Board of Health, which is pressing people to get PFAS in new wells and selling the house.
Can you say that again, please?
There's a flyer you may want to read that's in the notes. So Neshoba Board of Health, which covers Groton and air and
In the meeting packet.
right.
I see it.
So they're pushing for testing for PFAS on all private wells.
Just real quick, when you say they, you mean the Neshoba Associated
Neshoba
Boards of Health?
Board of Health.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we get some inquiries from that. Ongoing building projects that have either started or in the process of starting. 5 Adams, 65 Adams, 2 houses. 18 Main Street, which is Starbucks. That's already started. 86 West Elm Street, which is 14 houses. That'll be about 2 years. But they started that project in engineering. 1 Depot Street Road extension, 6 units, which will be breaking ground this spring. 324 Main Street, which is a gas station, coffee shop, and offices above. That'll be beginning sometime this summer. 19 Elm Street, which is to the left of Dunkin' Donuts, is 8 units. And again, that'll be sometime in the summer. And 108 Fitchburg Road, which is 6 units. And that's all I have.
Okie dokie. Thank you for that. Section 7, Office Updates and Reports. What are you guys thinking for the next meeting? We'll just do the second Monday. What's that?
April 14th,
When's the elections?
April 28th.
Okay, then I just want to make sure. Let's see, Easter,
21st is Patriots Day, so that's a holiday
Okay,
in Mass.
so- right, Easter's the 20th. Patriots Day is on the 21st, so that's a holiday.
So I would say the 14th would probably be the best.
Just checking. I should be good with April 14th.
And that may be well, that will be in person for the majority of the board.
Yes.
Did I miss something?
Everything comes out on the 1st of March. And there
Oh.
is no legislation to renew it currently
Going back to
in person.
back to our roots. Very well. I will say, with that being mentioned, back to in person. I remember the first many years that I served, we burned through a lot of paper. Now I can imagine that the paper has our use of printing out paper. I mean, we were talking inches of papers for our meetings, and it may be who of us to just, if there is going to be a lot of material printed out, just make sure it's in the budget. Well, actually, is there going to be a trade-off? Or are we going to keep our Zoom?
Yes.
We're going to keep our Zoom
You have to
account.
keep it for the public. It may
Keeping it
not,
at least for the public.
We're going to
it
do
may
Zoom
not be,
and
so one caveat with that, they may not be able to respond with some of the things that may be coming down.
okay. Will we
They
be
may-
able to have the chat up for them?
They may be able to listen, but they may not.
No, you don't want to chat because that's going to create open meeting law violations because it's a public meeting, but it's a meeting of the board members and not the public. A hearing is where the public gets to participate, but in a normal board meeting, the public does not get to participate because it creates open meeting law issues.
How does it create open meeting law issues?
Because if they start talking about something and one of us interacts with them, that's an open meeting law violation, especially if it's not on the agenda.
Okay. Well, I think the way it had been done before is we had always allowed people to make comments on the agenda items, and if somebody does say something that's off the agenda, they would just be politely reminded that, hey, this is not on the agenda. We're not going to entertain that comment. Just having a comment on Zoom and not having it recognized, could that be a violation? Is that what you're saying?
It could be for the open meeting law standpoint. There's a lot of a gray area because you really don't want people to just be able to say whatever they want because number one, you don't know what they're going to say.
Well, I do want people to say exactly what they want. I
Well,
think
and it's not always related to the water department type of comments, if you get where I'm going with that. So you don't know what they're going to say, and that's why at the beginning of the agenda it says, what does it say? Correspondence and public comments. So if they want to just talk for 2 minutes, this is what we did on the school board. They're allowed to talk at the beginning of the meeting and say what they need to say for up to 2 minutes and say, this is my gripe with, 4.1 or whatever. And then they've said it. And then when we get there, we can address it, but it really shouldn't be a two-way thing during the meeting because you can talk to people via email or on the phone on your own and listen to them and listen to what they have to say about whatever it is. But during a meeting, you really otherwise then you're going to be dealing with open meeting law violations, and then we're going to have more meetings in order to talk about those violations, and you have to be within so many days. And
I think we should keep an eye on this, and I certainly want full transparency, and I want our water takers and participants to be able to make comments. And if someone has a comment to make throughout the meeting, I have no problem welcoming. Is my video cutting out sporadically?
yes.
Interesting. I have no problem entertaining comments, if they're appropriate. If it's appropriate and it's not of a certain, as long as it fits within our decorum. And I don't think
Right.
I'll ever change my standpoint. So let's keep an eye on that, and let's make sure everything that we're doing moving forward to switching to the hybrid in person with Zoom, and make sure that it's fitting. But we can certainly talk about that in substance at another time.
Okay.
So we're going on the 14th, and that's going to
Yes.
be in person at the new facility. And that what's the number address on that?
25.
25
Harbor Trace.
Harbor Trace Road.
Yes.
I always forget Road, Lane, Way. Okay, perfect. I move that we review monthly abatements and adjustment lists, review and approve end of month reports, and sign reports and billable and monthly bill payable warrants out of session.
I second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Jessica Funioli, aye.
Nathan Madala, aye. Motion passes in the affirmative unanimously. So I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move that we adjourn at 7:19 p.m.
Seconded. Motion's made and seconded. All those in favor?
Jessica Funioli, aye.
Nathan Madala, aye. We adjourn the meeting here on March 11th at 7:19 p.m.